This video demonstrates how to administer an interim assessment. The first thing you need to do is to go to casp.org. Once you reach the casp.org website, you're going to click on Test Operations Management System, or TOMS. Here you're going to choose TOMS 2015-2016 and click on the link. You will enter your email and password and then click Secure Login. From the dashboard, you are going to click on Test Delivery System. When you click on Test Delivery System, often you will get a window telling you that you need to turn off your pop-up blocker. To do so, you're going to come to the upper right-hand corner and click on the icon of the web page with the red X. This will allow you to click on Always Allow Pop-ups from this site, and then you will click Done. Then you will need to refresh your page by clicking on the Refresh button. From here, you're going to choose which interim assessment you want to assign to your students. If I were to click this button, it would assign all of the interim assessments in the entire CASP system, and that is not what we want to do. We want to click on the plus button to find the other categories that we can choose. We can choose the interim comprehensive assessments. These assessments mirror the SBAC test. They have a similar number of questions and include the performance task. Or you can choose the interim assessment blocks. The interim assessment blocks are much shorter and are focused on particular skills. I'm going to click the interim blocks. You can choose between the interim blocks for English Language Arts or Mathematics. We're going to choose Mathematics. And then you're going to choose your grade level. Now here we can see these are all of the interim assessment blocks that are available to be assigned to 5th grade. Since I have just finished teaching fractions, I'm going to choose the fractions interim assessment block. It's a great way for me to see how my students have mastered the skill and if I need to go back and reteach. Once I have chosen the assessment block that I want to assign, I'm going to click on Start Operational Session. This will give me a session ID that my students will enter into their login page. Once your students have entered the session ID and logged into their account, you will notice that you will have approvals waiting. To approve the students to start the test, you're going to click on Approvals, verify that this is the test that you want the students to be taking, and click on the green check mark. From this screen, you will be able to monitor your students' progress on the test. You can see who is taking the test, what test they are taking, what question they are on, and whether or not they have paused the test. At the end of the testing session, you will click on the Stop button. This will cause this session ID to no longer be valid. It will also pause any tests of students who are still working. The students can log back in at a later date using a different session ID number to complete their test. You will click OK to verify that you want to pause any active tests. Once you click OK, all students will be logged out of their test session. If you choose to administer another test or start a different test session, you're going to click on Select Tests and Start over again. From this screen, you can print a session summary by clicking on this button. It will tell you which of your students have completed this assessment and which students have paused and need to go back at a later time and complete it.